Tem um momento na carreira que precisamos dar um passo além. É hora de fazer uma pós-graduação. Só que muitas vezes o custo pesa no bolso, inviabilizando tudo. Com a pós-graduação do Senac, você não tem esse problema. Cursos com até 50% de desconto e muito mais tempo para pagar. TCC opcional, modelo flexível com aulas presenciais e online e alguns cursos com apenas 12 meses de duração. Não tem mais desculpa, hein? Saiba mais em sp.senac.br/pós-graduação.
Today on CityCast Philly, Happy New Year! The team and I are sharing some of the coolest places to go, restaurants to try, and free things to do to start off your year right in January. We've got ideas for you to start new fitness goals, get a chance to drive fast cars, eat on a budget, and laugh until your face hurts. It's Thursday, January 2nd. I'm Trenae Nuri, and here's what Philly's talking about. Happy New Year, Matt, Abby.
Hi, guys. Happy 2025.
We made it.
Happy New Year, guys.
Yes. We're the team behind CityCast Philly, a daily local podcast helping you keep up with the news and feel more connected to Philly. And we have a daily newsletter too. Hey Philly. It's got event listings, updated daily, and a compilation of what's in the news. There's a link in our show notes, so check it out. Subscribe. Today is our monthly events guide. And y'all, this is one of my favorite episodes that we get to do together because I learned so much more about Philly that I didn't know.
I have so much to tell you about Philly that you didn't know. And spoiler alert, I have something to tell you about beyond Philly, elsewhere in Pennsylvania.
Ooh, I'm excited.
That's exciting.
But before we get into that, we've got to talk about our one big Philly thing this month. That is to go to the Philadelphia Auto Show. This is the event if you want to see fast cars, big trucks, cool technology. It's all going down at the Pennsylvania Convention Center right downtown on January 11th through the 20th. And if you want to get an earlier preview of the cars that'll be at the show, go to the Fueling Hope event. That is the black tie event on Friday, January 10th, that benefits Children's Hospital of Philadelphia.
I've never been to the black tie event, but I go every year to the auto show, bring my kids. They just love running in and out of the cars. You can go into almost all of the cars. You can go in the driver's seat. You can go in the beds of the pickup trucks. I always lose my kids in there because it's massive. So put an Apple Watch on them or something because it can get a little crazy in there. It's crowded and massive, but it is so much fun. And they can go in a million different cars. And you could do a little test drive. The professional drivers will take you and the kids around the track and they kind of floor it for a few seconds. It's pretty fun.
Yeah. I like to see those classic muscle American made cars like the Mustangs and all that kind of stuff. And last year I got to meet an artist who does some of the custom paint jobs. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
That's fun.
Yeah, there were a lot of custom paint jobs at the last auto show I went to. Like there were some of the Eagles had their cars there that were all like custom painted that they let be put on display for the week. It was pretty cool.
You know, Trenae, I remember you talking about this last year, and I think this year I just have to go. Like between Matt and your experiences, I've got to give it a try. It's like a classic Philly thing to do for sure.
Well, you want to know what also is a classic thing? Matt?
Yeah?
That was your transition, Matt.
Another classic thing is the Pennsylvania Farm Show. This is so classic. It's been going on for more than 100 years. It's over in Harrisburg. I have wanted to go for years.
Same.
I've never been able to convince my family to go with me. I'm going to try again this year. It's like 2 hours away, so you could do it there and back, but it is a bit of a schlep. Yet it sounds just so unique and so cool. I asked my buddy Jason Nark, he covers rural Pennsylvania for the Inquirer, and he said, I just have to take the kids. It's a must see. There's 6,000 animals at this thing, 12,000 plus competitive events and other exhibits. They have live calf births that you can witness. There's a massive 1,000-pound butter sculpture. There's these milkshakes that are apparently famous. The dairymen from Pennsylvania make these milkshakes that everybody seems to love. There's a high school rodeo championship, a whoopie pie contest, a rabbit demonstration, which I don't know what that means, but sounds adorable. You can snuggle with baby goats. And then there was a tractor square dance, which
That is so
I guess
cool.
I think I know what that means.
Can you guys square dance? Have you square danced before?
I learned how to square dance in elementary school.
But what's a tractor square dance?
Oh, wow.
Maybe maybe you
tractor square dancing.
you can drive a tractor and you're square dancing, or there's formations. I don't know.
We sound like such city mice
We
trying
are.
to figure this out, which is why we should go. It's 8 days. There's 500,000 visitors, and one warning, according to Jason Nark, it smells.
I mean, with 6,000 animals, it's got to be a little stinky.
Yeah, no doubt. And the dates this year are Saturday, January 4th through Saturday, January 11th. And there's a detailed schedule of events over on the Pennsylvania Farm Show website.
Okay, well, speaking of dancing, I mean, Michael Jackson had some of the most amazing dance moves, iconic dance moves like the moonwalk. So, the 4-time Tony Award-winning MJ the Musical is coming to Philly for the month of January. So you can check it out January 8th through the 19th at the Academy of Music. Does anyone have a favorite Michael Jackson song?
Billie Jean.
Okay, that's a good one.
I think Thriller, just because my mom loves it so much. Like, she loses it every time that song comes on. So I enjoy watching her enjoy it.
Nice. I have a one that like a lot of people don't know about. I feel like Lady in My Life.
What is that?
You will always be the lady of my life.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a great
Yeah.
song.
That's a beautiful song.
Yeah. Well, I just want to say Philly's got some other amazing venues for live music, tribute concerts, jam sessions, and comedy shows like Punchline, Brooklyn Bowl, City Winery, Helium Club, Milk Boy, The Met, Kimmel Center, and World Cafe Live. There's so many events that you can choose from in the month of January.
That's such a great list of venues because they're all a little bit different,
Yes.
right? I mean, some are sit down, like, City Winery is a little bit more of a sit down place. Brooklyn Bowl, you can literally bowl while watching a concert, which I did once. It was a little awkward because I felt like they were looking at me from the stage. But it really is. This city has such a wealth of a variety of venues. And that was a great little list you just ticked off there,
Thanks.
Janae.
Totally. These are all great options. And speaking of, events and things you can see in comedy, I wanted to try out this new comedy event. It's called the Philadelphia Comedy Club. It's a stand-up comedy event, and it's all professional comedians that come in from Philly, New York, all around. And it's held 2 Fridays a month at Rosie's Taco Bar East. So it's a bit of a smaller venue, which honestly I kind of prefer with comedy because it feels a little more intimate.
For sure.
You can really feel the energy of the comedian and the crowd. Rosie's Taco Bar East is off of South Street in Queen Village, and tickets are only $15 if you get early bird, which is pretty cool, especially for a 2-hour comedy event. That's really great. So that's the early bird ticket, $20 at the door, starts at 7:30. And in January, they have 2 dates. It's scheduled for the 3rd and the 25th. I've been wanting to check this spot out anyway, just to go grab food. I think you went a couple months ago, right, Shanae? Yeah.
Yeah, I went for election night.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Did you go to Rosie's Taco Bar East or to the other location?
I went to the other location on Walnut Street.
Yeah, I totally remember you talking about that. I've been wanting to check out this spot since you mentioned it. I really want to try their mezcal margarita, and it's a taco bar, so I got to get some tacos. I'll probably go with the carnitas. That's my go-to for tacos. And then maybe I'll grab some sweet plantains to take up with me to the 2nd floor when the show starts.
Nice.
Yeah, it should be a good night.
And speaking of food recommendations, we have some after this break. After doing these monthly events guides, I've learned so much about you all. And Abby, I know that you love seafood. So I recommend you check out the Umi Hot Pot Sushi and Seafood Buffet in Northeast Philly. I said buffet.
My wife was just talking about this place. She saw the crab legs on the internet and really wants to drive up there and go.
Yes.
Yeah.
They serve crabs, crawfish, oysters, oxtail. There's a ramen bar. You can get like barbecue and a dessert bar. And guess what? It's under $40 for adults.
What?
Yes.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Are you serious?
I think
That's great. How did they even do that?
I don't know. I don't know, but I saw Dave Wes, our food contributor. He went and I saw the video and I'm just like, oh my God.
Gotta go.
The move is you go at 11 a.m. and you skip breakfast and then you're good for the day. You have one meal.
Yeah.
Well, also wear sweatpants, stretchy pants, because I just let yourself go.
And you know me so well, Trinae. You know I love seafood. And last year, for the first time in January for Center City Restaurant Week, I tried escargot, which is like sea snails.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I thought it was really good. I went to Cafe Caribou in Center City, and it was really fascinating. So Center City District Restaurant Week is back this month from January 19th to February 1st, and I want to try another new spot again. So I'm going to go to Forsythia, which is a modern French restaurant in Old City, and I like going, for me, I like a deal. So I want to go for the lunch option, which is $20. It's 2 courses. And I'm going to try this year foie gras. Have you guys had it before? I haven't.
Yes, it's super fancy.
I have, but I felt bad about it.
They do have a pumpkin soup option that also looks pretty good. They've got some trout and duck entrees, but there's a buckwheat crepe with like mushrooms and cheese in it. That just sounds so lovely. So I think I'm going to do that. And I also just find that like restaurant weeks in general get crazy, especially the dinner reservations. And every time I've gone for lunch, it's been so much chiller and I like the staff seems more relaxed and like it's just a better experience overall for me personally.
That's such a good hack. Go for lunch instead of dinner.
It's cheaper. It's cheaper and go on like a Wednesday.
Well, speaking of, I don't know, when you mentioned foie gras, it reminded me the restaurant Fork is also on the restaurant week list. And I had last year, I tried their frog legs.
Ooh, did you like it?
It tastes like chicken.
I totally agree with that statement. I like frog legs as well. But if you want to check out Fork for Restaurant Week this month, go check out the Center City District Restaurant Week website. There's tons of restaurants participating in dinner or lunch. There's $40 and $60 options. And then, of course, the $20 lunch options. Definitely try to get those reservations in soon, especially if you want to go to dinner.
Screw dinner. I got dessert for you.
Now we're talking.
There's a dessert festival up in Germantown on Sunday, January 5th. They have apparently 100 sweet vendors. And there's music, games, there's raffles. So you can check that out on Instagram at Dessert Festival Tours. But make sure you know how to spell dessert. 2 S's. What? People screw that up all the time. That's a normal pro tip.
It's common. Yeah. It's common.
I also have a bar recommendation for the month. Have you ever been to Grace and Proper?
No.
Am I saying that right? It's Grace and Proper, and it's they call themselves a vintage corner Euro bar in Philadelphia's Italian market. It is such a charming ass place.
So cute.
I love it there. The kitchen is open late till midnight. It's like a cafe in Portugal with wine and beer and tremendous cocktails, small plates. They have pastries. There will be stuff on the menu like booze and certain kinds of cured meats that you've probably never tried before. And the space just feels old, even though the bar is not all that old.
Yeah.
They've got that tin ceiling that a lot of old restaurants in Philly have. And if you go in the late afternoon for like a happy hour, the light comes in through their big windows coming from the west, and it just is a perfect place to go on a cold winter day. So highly recommend Grayson Proper. And I, again, hope I'm pronouncing that correctly.
I was going to say, Matt, my roommate's partner is like the beverage guy there.
Wow.
And it's Grayson Proper. It's just spelled weird.
I mean, look at that. I'm glad you know somebody who actually knows the answer to that. Also, I probably should have checked this by giving them a call beforehand or going in there and having Madeira and then asking them.
I went last year for their Valentine's Day event, and it's so cute in there. It's beautiful. They throw great events, so I'd super recommend going on a random night or whenever they have some sort of curated event. They do a great job.
Well, let's talk about some free things to do in case our pockets are looking a little empty from the holidays. Abby, what you got?
Yeah, so starting off this year, I think you all should absolutely take advantage of the Pico Free First Sunday at the Barns, which we've definitely talked about on the podcast before, but I got the chance last month to see the Mickalene Thomas All About Love exhibition, and it is incredible. It's just so stunning. The pieces are so large and so sparkly, and it's really beautiful to see all of the work she's put together, like pretty much over the span of her whole career. They have stuff that she's been working on this year, and they have stuff like some of the first major creations of hers, process photos, some videos. It was just really beautiful. And this is the last chance you're going to be able to see it for free with the Free First Sundays. The exhibition closes on January 12th. It's also the East Coast debut of her first major international tour, so it's really special to be here. And on these free Sundays, they always have cool little events. So this month they have a dance team there called Getting Better Every Step Team. They'll perform. And it's also a dance group from Mickalene's hometown, Camden, New Jersey, which I think is special that they kind of connected those dots. They're going to have a workshop on the art of step afterwards. You can see the exhibition, walk around to the other art. I think it's a great way to have a free date day this month and see some cool art.
If you're going to be at the Barns, you could also check out the Philly Art Museum's exhibit, The Time Is Now. And that's actually going to wrap up in early February. So I highly recommend that you go to that. And this is an exhibit that is showcasing 28 Black and African diasporic contemporary artists who are showing their paintings, their drawings, their sculptures of Black life. So that is another exhibit I'm excited about for January.
Oh, that sounds great. So much art this month. I love it.
Nice.
Oh, that's very cool. I've got a free event that Trinae knows a lot about because she's moderating it. We're doing a Philly podcast mixer.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Up, January 16th.
So excited.
We are a co-sponsor. CityCast Philly is a co-sponsor along with a great local podcast production company called Rohome Productions. And the other sponsor is the Association of Independents in Radio called AIR. And Trinae, you will be moderating a discussion on the state of Philly podcasting in 2025. Ooh. So if you are in the business of making podcasts, if that's a hobby of yours, or if you're just really into podcasts, come out, meet Trinae. We'll all be there. So come in and listen to our discussion about Philly podcasting and where this industry is. We're actually going to do a show in advance of this with Alex Lewis from Rohome Productions. But even if you're not in the industry and just curious about this new world of podcasting, come out and join us. It's free, and it is at Solar Myth down on South Broad Street, January 16th at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, we want to say hi. Come say hi.
Yes.
We're going to give out stickers, and I haven't even told you guys yet, but I also have one other piece of swag that should be coming in the mail any day now that you're both going to be very excited about. And I'm going to bring a box of this swag to the mixer.
Nice. Well, I think you guys should all walk or run there. And, well, that's a weird transition. Anyway, well, my free thing to do is join a running or walking club. Now, this is why I say this. January is the perfect time to refresh those fitness and movement goals. There's tons of walking and running groups that meet up all around the city throughout the week. Folks even go on hikes. I wanted to highlight a few. Philadelphia area running clubs. Center City, Manayunk, University City, Glen Mills has clubs. Black Men Run is a free running group that meets Wednesdays at 6 p.m. at Lloyd Hall and on Saturdays at 7:30 a.m. at 33rd and Diamond. Les Run Running Club, which is a LGBTQ friendly community, they're celebrating over 10 years of running together. They meet on Wednesdays at 6:15 p.m. At the Philadelphia Runner Center City store. And they also have some like weekly hikes and other events throughout the week too. And then for those early risers, you can check out the Citywide Athletic Run Group. They host a weekly run at 6:45 a.m. on Thursday mornings. Check out their Instagram story for the meetup location.
Wow, that's great.
I feel like this is a great opportunity to meet new people, connect with old friends, and just get outside and move your body.
Yep.
Totally.
And work off all that, all those holiday sweets.
All right, Matt and Abby, thanks so much for breaking down what's going on in Philly this month.
You got it, Trinae. Happy 2025.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Trinae. Great way to start the year.
And you need more information about the Philly Podcast Mixer, just check our Instagram page. We're at CityCast Philly.
That's all for today here on CityCast Philly. If you enjoyed this episode about what to do in the city in January, tell a friend and make those reservations. Rate the show, leave us a review, and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to sign up for our morning newsletter, Hey Philly, to learn more about events happening every day of this month and what else Philly's talking about. We'll be back tomorrow morning with the Friday News Roundup. Bye. I think we're doing good with these transitions. Like, let's go.
Yeah, they've been tight today.
Thank you, Peppermint
I was gonna say,
Mocha.
your transitions are on point.
Okay, guys.
Transitions sponsored by Peppermint Mocha.